I've just said is the 1 minute summary of everything that real estate cashback investment is. So the cooperative is registered in Lagos State, and we are operating as a cooperative because if you look at cooperative, the primary goal of cooperative is to protect the common interest of their members, right? So the members of the real estate cashback cooperative are the investors. Those and the common goal, the purpose that we want to achieve is to make profits through real estate. You know that there are some retailers, real estate cooperative, some are manufacturer cooperative, and what they do is to come together and then they are able to source for their, if they are manufacturer, they are able to source for their raw material at a very cheap price, and so that they can bring together and distribute it to their members for them to produce the goods finally and make a lot of profits, rather than individually going to the market to buy the raw material, right? So basically what the real estate cashback cooperative is doing is similar to that. Instead of you as an individual, you have your primary job that you're doing. You have your paid employment. Instead of you to, because you want to increase your income. You know, in the face of all of this, I won't go there. I won't dwell on what people used to do. There is inflation, there is interest rates increase, and all of those things. I'm not going to dwell on that because if you are trading real estate, of course you will be seeing it, you will be hearing it, but you will be affected. You may not be affected like that. Even if you are affected, the impact will be very, very minimal. So what we are also trying to do is to ensure that that money that you have, what people used to preach is that you want to stay ahead of inflation. What people used to preach is that you want to make profits. But you have not even thought of the fact that the money you have is depreciating in value. Before you start thinking of making profits, that money that you have, how do you even protect it from continuous depreciation? Because it is one thing to have a 100,000 naira today, and your 100,000 naira can still buy the same thing you could buy in the last 6 months. And it's another thing that money can no longer buy that same particular product because it has depreciated in the real value. The real value of money. Because the value of money, the money is not actually that paper or the figure in your bank account. It is what that money can actually purchase, can get you, the utility that you can derive through the usage of that money is what value of money is. And that's exactly what money is. So, what the real estate cashback cooperative intends to do, which we have been doing over the years, is to bring together people of like minds, those who believe that there is money in real estate. So that's the first thing. You firstly need to understand that you can make profits from real estate. What we are doing is not investment per se. So for some people, you can just see that comfort of your house and say, I want to invest 10 million and you give me 35% after 1 year, you give me 5 million. Yes, it's as simple as that. But an in-depth understanding of that thing that you have just said is that when you give me 10 million, I won't go to Enugu. It's not because I want to go, or because my 10 million cannot buy everything. And because the product life cycle of real estate is at maturity stage, right? So I'll go to where they are at entry stage, where I can make a lot of profit. Where, according to Schumpeter knowledge fund theory, I can actually do one or two things through innovation and change my price and just say I want to sell something I bought for 10 million for 25 million. That's the idea. It is not because you cannot buy something for 10 million and sell it for 13 million and make small profit like 30%. But because I know my source of fund, I will not buy such property. We would look at all of the investors that we have and the kind of property that we know can give us between 50 to 60% or between 60 to 70% and buy such property. Even if you have not bought, just identify the property, then go all out and talk to your investors. Go to your investors in this area are the members of the company or the prospective members, like those that are here that have not invested with the real estate capital, that have not partnered with the real estate capital. You are prospective members of the company. So now what I'm doing here this afternoon is to prospect you, to tell you how you can become member of the company. So we go all out to talk to you that okay, we have a property in social place, this is the title, this is what we want to do, this is the projected cost, and this is the projected selling price, and we know that we'll be able to make this kind of profit on the sales of this property, and we will also be able to pay you this percentage of the profit after 1 year. So that is this thing, so because I want to justify that there is profit in the US. So there is this thing that most people used to do. These people are able to pay 40% or 35%. Yes, I understand. For those who have been in the business, they probably know. For the new ones, this is how it works. If I buy a property for 10 million as a real estate company, as a cooperative, the first thing I'm going to do is to start putting in place the fencing, the drainage, the little things that I can do, the approach view, so that it looks habitable. And immediately I put in place this, that is the innovation I'm talking about. Now, you know that it's only real estate that needs to do those things. When you buy property, they just buy expensive and build, right? Especially if they are not ready to start building. But when real estate company buys property, even when they are not ready to start building, the real estate company start doing something. And that will automatically increase the value of that property, right? So, when I do that, don't forget that someone borrowed me 10 million. Let's assume that one person that borrowed me 10 million and I've got that 10 million in 10 places. That's like what? 100 million. I can use that 100 million to buy one property. Let's say I'm going to buy 5 acres somewhere. What it means is that I can use that 100 million property to make 160 million. Right? Is that correct? I can sell it for 160 million or for 170 million, depending on the area. And all of this thing I'm talking about is not just that I'm giving figures. They are things that is happening at the moment. If you go to the electoral axis, if you go to the Lekki axis, I don't care if you have bought some plots before those properties. But what I'm telling you is that for any property that you have bought, I'll give you an example, 70 million. The real cost of that property is not more than 30 million. Or maybe 30 million. But of course, it's not as if the company has taken all of those profits, right? Because some people invested to make that project a reality. Part of the remaining profit is what is shared with this investor. So I was citing an example of a property that I took 100 million from 10 people and then I sold it for 160 to 170 million. And so if I've promised those people 40% as the case is at the moment, it means that I'll pay them how much? 140 million. So I have 20 million. So those that sold the property commission, essentially all of this, let's say I use like 15 million to clear all this, right? And I'm left is how much? 5 million. So I have to start with the office, everybody for like 3 million, right? How much left? Have I made profit? Have I made profit?
Yes.
And the idea that I'm trying to, and what I'm trying to do in this case is not to make more profit than I'm doing. I just want to make profit by doing business with 1,000 people. I don't want to do business with 100 people. So I'll make 2 million on one person. So don't forget that you are just one person, you're 10 million now. If you get 40%, everything is out 14 million. You have made 4 million. If you look at it as an individual, the company and you have made more profit than me. Right? But me, I will do business with 500 people or with 100 people. I will now make 2 million in 100 places. That's how much. That's 200 million. Do you get it? So that's it. So that's the idea is to enjoy economy of scale. I may even be ready to settle for 500,000 naira per month. Don't worry. Because the truth is I do not have the money at the beginning to finance that project. If I did not partner with you and promise you 40%, I'll sleep in my house, I'll be hungry. And then I will not be able to achieve my own goals of increasing my own returns or increasing my own earnings. I will also not be able to help you to protect your funds from being degenerated by inflation and all of these other factors effects. So that is the idea, that is the concept of real estate capital. So what we are doing is strictly not investment. It's what you can even do on your own. You can, if you have that money and you have the time, or you have someone that can do it for you, you can go there, you can try it on the project and you see that it's profitable. It's just that you swallow all the profits alone because you are doing all the money. Right? If you have 100 million, you buy one plot of land, and then you have another money to put in place the perimeter fencing and all of those things, and your cost increase to like 140 million, and then you can sell that property for 200 million. Right? See, what real estate company do is to identify property that doesn't have title in the beginning. You buy it at a cheap price, and then you can now approach the Lagos State government, especially when we are a cooperative, and then it makes it easy for us to have that purchasing power, that money. So when we talk to them, okay, then we give you allocation for this land. By the time you have allocation of this on the land, you have a demand notice to pay. By the time you pay that money, that property, and the value of that property can immediately go without doing anything at all. Right? So real estate and real estate investment, that's why when when you go out there and you just mess up the product and say invest with us and then you get 40% and then we give you this, someone who doesn't understand renewables, if I am the same person, the sales process, and this one is purchase. This for this and this for this. Is it clear to us? So when you receive investment from people, that's what I do for this purchase of property, right? Don't collect this one and use it to pay this and use it to pay maturity. What are you then selling to pay people back their money? You have purchased the property, then sell it, make money from it, so you can pay this to people back their money. So this is the only and simple analysis you need to make. That has to be a transaction. If you want, if somebody said he's doing forex, they tell they are trading in currency or something, what are they selling? They are selling information. They are actually selling something, but you need to know that they are selling information. In fact, in the stock market, there is something they call surprise information. So you know what people do if you have a client that has a security with huge value, and I have an insider information that maybe the company wants to match with another company, and this merger is going to lead to a reduction in the price of shares for that company. I have that information, insider information that everybody in this company knows. The shares is very good. That is the market price of that share. Let's say the market price is 100 naira. My information is telling me that it's going to go to like 50 million. I can tell people that this is that share that is 100 now. Something is going to happen and will go up to 120. That my what I just need to do so ensure that it protects his money. I can make him to sell all his shares, all his securities to you. And then you buy it, you don't plan to buy it. And then after like 3-4 weeks, that company will do that like or something. And then the value of that share comes down. that's exactly what will happen when you do forex. You understand? So when you want to invest, you need to analyze very well and know exactly what the product is, what it is. And another thing that we usually look at is the nature of the products. That product you are investing into, the seller, is it a price giver or a price taker? A price taker is someone whose product value is determined by external factors. Strictly by external factors. For example, I know it's good to trade in currency, right? It's good to have dollar. Some of you that are keeping dollars and they tell you that the price is $1,500. It's good, it's safe, it's fine, and it's still appreciating it. But who told you that it cannot be done? Can you control it? Can you control it? So you are pricing it. The dollar that you have in your house, that's $10,000 that you have in your house, that's according to your calculation multiplied by 1,500 is like 15 million, can turn to 12 million tomorrow if somebody says now 1,200. You understand? If they just try to have one meeting and then they release it once like that, right? I'm not saying that it's not good. You can even do that. Just ensure that you diversify your investment, right? So you are a price taker. If you are not the one that can say no, I cannot sell it. If they say that dollar is $1,200, can you kick against it and say no? Now it's still 1,500. It will remain in your hand. But do you know that everybody can be selling their property in this same environment, in this same place, for 5 million and now be in this same place and say, I own 7 million, buy it or leave it. Zero is possible.
Yes.
In the same location, property prices differ. Maybe I don't know and do some improvement. That's what makes the price differ. So that is the nature of the product. If you decide to say your product is 7 million, in fact, some people, because their own is 7 million, that's why they don't buy it. They want to see it as premium products. Everybody's buying 5 million. This guy was 7 million. Guys, why do you think some people are buying Rolex? It's wristwatch. And it's wristwatch, and it will serve the same purpose that the normal random one that you use serve. Except for the fact that anybody that knows it will see that okay, this is Rolex. And then you attach a particular value to it. You know that man has bought that Rolex because he wants to see it that way. And there are other wristwatches that are also original, but they are not as expensive as that one. Do you understand? So that is the idea behind people selling products. Do you know that even with all those products too, everybody that is using Lekki, for example, now there is still some class of Lekki that is meant for some people. They will tell you that they have only produced like 5 in the world, and it's for some given set of people. Because it is just 5, and some people they just want to buy one of those. So if you have your landed property, your estate in a particular location now, and everybody is selling for 15 million, if you have collected money from your investors and then you cannot sell for 15 million, you can simply be innovative and find a center of attraction. Find something that makes people to want to buy your product. And by so doing, a certain set of people, they don't buy from you. Because there are like 3 stages that you can be in a sandwich, right? You say sandwich, that is the lower layer, there is something in the middle, and there is something on top, right? That one, that is the lower layer, they are the cheap products. The products that are cheap. And there is no way you can be the cheapest. Is it possible? Can you? That's why some people do cost leadership, but research has shown that you cannot be the cheapest. So if you are competing with price, my own is the cheapest. I there is another person that will open tomorrow that is ready to make loss that will be cheaper than you. Right? Now, there is another one in the middle. That one is based on utility, based on the satisfaction that people can derive from you. So your strategy is to ensure that you need a house and then you can live in this type. If you need a bungalow with this equipment and all of those things, that is the type of bungalow you have built, and then you have attached price according to that value. Then your strategy is to satisfy yourself. But you see the ones on top, those ones, it will not be, you may not see anything per se. It is just the brand perception that they have created for themselves. Do you understand? So what I am trying to say now is that as a real estate company, we have been able to identify all of this and know what we are selling, and know where our market is, and know the type of product that we can push out, right? So the real estate cashback is a partnership between you as an investor. Some of the salespeople here, they are partnered in the company. It's a partnership between you as an investor and the cooperative to develop an estate. And when this estate is developed, we sell it. After the sales, we generate proceeds, and then we make sure that we pay you back your money. There is something that someone will say, that a question someone asked, is the company telling me that they will continue to make 60% profit every time? There is no time that you make loss. No, I can make loss. Yes, it's possible. It's possible you make loss on a project, and that's why it's a business. But in aggregate, on the average, if I do 10 projects, you know it's possible I make 150% profit or one, and it is possible on another one I will make loss. The profit I make on the other one can cover for my loss here. Except if you also want to assume that I'll continue to make loss. If you cannot assume that I'll continue to make profits, then you should not assume that I'll continue to make loss, right? So on aggregate, you are saying that real estate investment is profitable and can pay comfortably 30-35% profits, depending on what the problem is, and depending on the kind of project, the location of the project that we're selling. So basically, that is what real estate cashback is. And so, having understood what the product is, you want to ask yourself that, okay, now what is the security of the money? Okay, let's say all of you can tap out the money now. How would people know that I've actually invested in people? So the first thing I say is that you have a contract agreement with us. You have a deal of agreement. And people don't understand how valuable that deal of agreement is. I used to ask, forget partnership, forget investment. If you want to buy one plot of land from anywhere in Nigeria now, and you have your money, what would you do? You pay to the company or to the person, and the person will pay a deed of assignment, a document, a paper, you give it to you. And by so doing, the land, according to you, belongs to you, right? But you know in the real sense, the land is still mine. You have not done the documents, right? So, but 90% of buyers of properties would simply collect a deed of assignment and say yes, the land is mine. Do you understand? Which in the real sense is true. But because they have invested now, when you now give them a deed of assignment, they don't want to believe that that is also very equivalent to deed of assignment. And this is it. A deed of agreement transfers ownership of a property to you, but puts a time constraint to that. So, because you have gotten this deed of agreement through your partnership with this company investment, your ownership of this property will cease at the end of 12 months after the company has paid you back your money with the profit. So that is a conditional statement, right? So the conditional statement is in favor of the two parties. If the company pays you back your money to seize property you like, hold that document, go and keep it, use it to fight the company. As evidence that you have been paid. And the second part is if the company doesn't have evidence that they are paid and there is nothing to show that they have been paid, that property will continue to be paid. And you can take legal action if the company fails to pay you back the money with that documentation, right? So that is the thing. And deed of assignment only remove that time constraint and say that okay, this property because you have paid for it outrightly, it belongs to you forever, right? So that's the first document we give you. We give you a deed of agreement. We give you an invoice. We give you a completed check, just like this. We know that it's just because the check. Some people used to misunderstand. My friends, I can carry my check and go and pay. No. The reason why we did not say it's a way of getting back your money. It's a security. And I'm doing it. So as maturity, the company is supposed to pay you back your money. Transfer to the company now. I mean, the company should transfer back to you. So there is no way there is no reason why what's in that not in the and you can't present it. So there is no reason why you should present that check. So in case the company failed to pay you back your money, it is a criminal offense to give somebody a check. If you present that check and the check doesn't clear, you can take up the company. Right? And you have been able to establish that the company is reputable. They have assets everywhere, so you cannot just run away anyhow. I mean, so because you can also be thinking that, hey, check, what if I cannot see anybody to okay? You will not see them, you will not see the office, you will not see all the properties. So you have been able to establish that has been secure. So those are the securities that we have put in place, and further proof to you that what you are doing with the law. What you are doing with us is not MMA. You are not building a pyramid. Yes. And we have the products we are selling. Some investors here, they have bought land from us. They have bought houses from us. That they are living in that house. So it's not just saying that what if this land is not their own. You know, I wanted somebody to tell me about another form of investment in bond and they were good. Because sometimes you invest in agriculture and they take you to the farm and they say, big farm is our own. I'm not telling you story, but it may not be that. So what I'm trying to say is you have been able to establish the genuinity of that company and the fact that profits can be made from it. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening to me.
Let's put our hands together for Mr. Asu. All right, thank you very much. I want to believe if please can I see you? Okay, excuse me, sir. Can you please tell me if what Mr. Asu said is ringing a bell with you, sir?